Good morning. Today is Monday, the 1st of December 2025. My name's Frank and this is my YouTube channel. Everyone's got a story to tell, and the story today, it's all about love. December's such a quick month. So this morning I took my 3 dogs out. I've got Walt, my oldest Westie. I let Walt off his lead. We've got Giselle, our girl Westie. She stayed on the lead with me. And Elias, our little baby Elias. If you ever see Elias in Grantown-on-Spey, he will bark. But he's a very nervous little Westie, still very young, but he wants to be in charge. So Elias will run ahead and he'll let everyone know, I'm in charge. What am I in charge of? So yes, Walt and Elias were both off the lead this morning, just in the woods. So I thought to myself, the ice is gone. Still a little bit cold in the fingers, Frank, but it's not a bad place to run. 1st of December 2025. It's been a very quick year, and I feel like December is going to be a very quick month. So let's go for a run. Come on. There's some new houses just getting built. I think I updated you in the summertime. There hasn't been much progress, but let's go and have a little look anyway. Just a little bit of snow and ice left on the hills. This was supposed to be all new private housing, but I think it's just kind of stopped. Not sure if they've run out of money or the houses haven't sold, but there's not been any development yet or anyone in sight, possibly since October. But a very cold but beautiful morning. It really looks like the work has actually stopped. Certainly by looking at the back garden area. They began landscaping a little bit, but it looks like the work has stopped since possibly October. If anyone knows why, I would love to know. I think they were planning to develop a bit more to the left as well, just close to the Grantown-on-Spey caravan park. So let's hope we can restart soon. We'll get some more families in the area. That was very, very almost a branch in the face. Definitely not the best running path. Also, fingers are still a little bit cold. Probably should have worn gloves. Just nice to be out. I was out last Tuesday morning in daylight in Paisley. I was running along a railway path that I happened to find the previous year. I was running from my dad's house and I got to Paisley. It seemed quite a straightforward road really. And I found this railway path which is now been used for cyclists, people going to school, people out walking their dogs. And I followed it all the way to Johnson, which made me reflect a little bit on, I worked in Johnson once, very briefly. It was for Presto's supermarket. And then I thought to myself, the rest of it is all pretty vague. It must have been 1987. I remember working there. I remember that Presto's put us up in a hotel. I think at that point, was I working night shift? I can't quite remember. But I remember we were changing bits of the store layout about. But it's all vague. But it was nice to have those little memories. I suppose that's why this video today, it's all about love. Now December can be, let's be honest, a really difficult month. It may be reflecting on the year where perhaps you've lost a loved one or a close family friend. So what a difference it can make to someone to get a Christmas card from you, maybe a phone call. That can really make all the difference. People are out celebrating December. December can be a wonderful month. There's a lot of darkness this time of the year. So we've been drawn to Christmas trees and events going on, Christmas markets, people furiously trying to buy gifts for family and friends. I remember last year I had a Christmas card from my Auntie Catherine and my Auntie Christine. So I was quite happy to think about them. And for me, that's probably one of the beautiful things about this time of year is having family and friends who are distant, who are in your thoughts. So I went to each of the house and I just put a Christmas card through my Auntie Christine's door and my Auntie Catherine's house. And then I ran away. So I was quite proud of myself. And I thought that was a really lovely thing to do, Frank. To think of family who are always family and to think of them at this time of year. I then got into trouble with my dad. I told my dad how proud I was and I was really happy with what I did. And he says, so why didn't you go and see them? And maybe that's a message for everyone this year. Why don't we go and see them? Just a couple of minutes of your day. How good would anyone feel? Unless maybe it's really, really late at night. Surprise, I'm here. So, yes, it's nice to think about everyone, especially in December, especially when everyone's so caught up in festivities, school nativities, and to put people close to you, keep them near, think about them, and also remember the ones who are not here and keep that chair. Keep that chair for them. I've also got absolutely no running style whatsoever. I make absolutely no bones about that at all. Have you saw Friends? I feel like I'm Phoebe from Friends with my arms everywhere. Going but I'm quite happy with that. I love that. I think in my head I'm running like Usain Bolt. I'm slimline. I'm fast. Straight. I'm none of them. And you know what? I love that. So if I go left along the old railway track, will take me to Beaconwood Trail. I can also go straight ahead. Another part of the Beaconwood Trail. And if I go back to my left hand side, that will take me to Strathspey Road. But I think I'm going to go to my right. It says Grantown Square, 2 miles. I was just thinking that a lot of these trees look very dark. Is that just cold weather? And it's also been 1 year. 1 year since my youngest daughter moved into a flat by herself. So after a change in her circumstances, she's now been 1 year living in a new flat. So I'm very proud of her. I'm so proud of her in so many ways. In ways that she's so much stronger than me. And at Christmas time, being by yourself can be very emotional and very difficult. But when I say she's much stronger than me, she's booked 4 holidays. Some short holidays, some one she's looking forward to. She's just back from Berlin as a solo traveller. She went on the Thursday, come back on the Friday night. Well done. Now my oldest wonderful girl, would have Christmas. She would have Christmas every day of the year. Now, if there was a political party who had on a manifesto, yes, we'll look at taxes and we'll fix schools, but we'll have Christmas every day, I would vote for that political party. And so would my daughter. But I'm not too sure how many Christmas trees she would go through over the course of a year. But my goodness, she would have fun trying. But my favourite, I'm now beginning to hear Christmas songs on the radio in the morning. Although today is Monday, the 1st of December 2025. Been hearing them for probably the last 2 weeks now. One of my most favourite Christmas songs would have to be Fairytale of New York. Now, who would have thought that a song by Kirsty MacColl in 1987 and the Pogues with the lead singer of Shane MacGowan would become a Christmas classic. But of course it's a Christmas classic. It's raw. It's not polished. It's emotional. It's just a wonderful Christmas song. What about you? Do you have any favourite Christmas songs? Hearing Mary's Boy Child or even Band Aid, Do You Know It's Christmas? Even yesterday we watched the Muppets Christmas Carol. Now I know that it's Michael Caine acting fantastic with some Muppets, but what a wonderful story. What a touching story, really beautifully delivered. But my favourite Christmas film? My favourite Christmas film has to be Home Alone. It works on so many levels, doesn't it? It's one of those films that you can watch all year round. And I do watch it all year round. But one of the most touching moments from Home Alone, Kevin goes to hide out in the church, and that's where he meets the scary man from across the street. And the old man says hello to him, and they both sit together. And Kevin asks the old man, "Why are you here in church?" And the old man replies that he's there to see his granddaughter and watch his granddaughter sing. And Kevin asks him, "Why don't you go to your son's house and just see him?" And the man explains that they haven't spoke for a long time. And Kevin, being 10 years old, "Why don't you just phone your son?" "Well, I'm afraid if I phone him, he won't speak to me." And Kevin says, "But aren't you too old to be afraid?" And the reply was, "You can be too old for a lot of things, but you can never be too old to be afraid." And by the end of the film, you can see the old man in his pathway hugging his granddaughter and also hugging his son and bringing him home for Christmas. Such a lovely, lovely film in so many ways. So Christmas can be a wonderful time of year. Today being Monday the 1st of December 2025. It's very cold in the fingers. Very, very cold. It feels like a February day. There's actually a good bit of daylight. We're just going to get views of the caravan park. It's been very icy at night walking along the caravan park. It's also not got a lot of lighting. The dogs love the ice. Me, not so much. with the waterfall to my left, we can just see Grantown-on-Spey caravan park and the Cromdale Hills. And as we pan around a little bit more, we can see the Cairngorm mountains. Do you ski? Have you ever tried skiing? There's a funicular railway goes from the base of Cairngorms to the top to support, hopefully this year, a good skiing season. Good bit of daylight left. It has been getting dark between 4 o'clock and 4:30. I've really enjoyed making these videos. I've really enjoyed reflecting on life, things that have happened, things that are going to happen in the future. It was July the 1st that I wanted to make a video about life growing up as a young boy in Glasgow. I published that on July the 1st, which would have been 5 months ago. I really enjoyed making it. Some bits didn't record as well as I wanted to, and there was one piece that really stuck with me. As a child, I always walked to school, and when I walked to school, I always saw that my mum would wave to me from the house all the way to school. I'd always walk and always look. I thought she would go, and she never went. I'd always look, I'd always wave to her, and she'd always wave back until I couldn't see her anymore. So in July this year, I've often walked by our old house. We moved out of that house possibly in 1983, so a long time ago. I've always walked by it. My primary school is now no longer there. But on this particular occasion, I knew the path that always walked to school. So I set up the camera, and as I filmed a shot, I looked back to our family home and I waved to my mum. Now, we don't live there, obviously, but me stopping there in the middle of the road, where I'd always walked as a young boy going to primary school, that touched me greatly. Saying those words, "Bye Mum," made me think of myself as a very young boy, and it struck me how emotional that was for me. Just waving to my mum, saying, Bye, Mum. Now, my mum's almost blind now, but she did listen to the video and watch it as best as she possibly could. And she then said to me, I liked the video that you did and it was really nice, but the only mention I got was that you spoke about how much I would watch you going to school and me waving back. But she never really got that that was the emotional part of the video. That was the part that got me the most, that as a child, I remember my dad working and always working hard and always being tired. But what I remembered from my mum was she was always there. She was always waving every day. And I loved that. So when I genuinely waved at my mum on video, that got me. My mum maybe didn't get the emotional connection that I personally have with that wave and saying bye, Mum, as you go to primary school for another day. And it's amazing the things that you remember. So I said this video is all about love. It's all about being the first day in December. As the month goes by very quickly, we start to think about families and presents and gifts. I want to thank you for watching today. I want to thank you for listening. But most importantly, happy birthday, Mum.